What up, tubers? Bunny here, and this week we're back in Minecraft. So I'm thinking in this Minecraft video that I'm going to be doing a tutorial that will accompany the road tutorial I built a few weeks ago. I don't know, I think I probably should have taken a breath before I said that last sentence. Well, let me try it again. In this Minecraft video, I'm going to be making a tutorial which is going to accompany the how to build roads tutorial, which I posted a few weeks ago. In fact, I think it was just the other video. This tutorial is going to be on how to decorate your roads. So if Bessie would shut up wherever that cow is. Oh, and before I start this tutorial, I ought to wish everybody a happy summer. It's finally here, which means that this jungle is blistering hot. Oh, look at that sun. Right now it feels as if the sun is this big. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. And no, I am not in Central Rabbit Erica this time. I am actually a lot closer to home. In fact, if I just take this road, fly over here, we end up back in Black Lake. So, assuming chunks would load, get a glimpse of... Yep, there's the coffee shop, there's the church I built. I don't know when I'll post the next Minecraft video, but I'm actually thinking when I do make the next Minecraft video that it's going to be a Black Lake video. I mean, first thing's gonna be first, I'm gonna have to finish up the drive-in restaurants that I started months ago. And I just kind of left the parking lot here to sit and wear out. Anyway, I'm gonna fly back to the jungle. Alright, back in the jungle. Well, it took me like 5 minutes, but I wanted to check the audio library on YouTube to see if I could approach this area singing Welcome to the Jungle, but I don't think that that would be a good idea unless this video get removed. I don't really care much about the monetization, but I would not be happy if Yes decided to remove my video. So I'm gonna just keep her happy. And assuming I can slow down before I get started in the tutorial, the first thing I'm going to be doing is building a sign, which is pretty basic. All I usually do is fence. In this case I'm using jungle fence, and then I just place a sign on top. And yes, all of my signs are oak signs. Seeing how I have a million road signs already in Rabbit Worlds, having built road networks throughout this world for the past, I don't know what it is, 4.5 years, I believe. Yeah. So your sign is just a wood fence post, and then place your sign on top. This sign I'm going to say, welcome to Cherry... for the love of Pete, they can't take in the Y! Welcome to Cherry Lake State Park. Let's see, can I include the word please in here? Please drive safely. I could do drive safe. I guess that would work, and I can't place a period there. And this is basically how you build a road sign. Now suppose you want to copy this road sign to place on other roads. What you do is Control and then the middle mouse button. That's basically your scroll wheel, you just click with that. And then if we go into the inventory and we hover over this, it says oak sign and then in purple parentheses plus MBT. Which means if I were to place a sign right here, it'll have the same text as this sign. So I have two signs welcoming you to Cherry Lake. Actually, I'm going to take this sign, place it in another road halfway across town. So this road here, which is at the other end of Cherry Lake State Park, I'm going to place a sign right here. Take my oak sign, place a sign here. And now there's a sign welcoming drivers on this road to Cherry Lake State Park. Now let me show you a few things that you can do with road signs once you know how to make them. Oh, and before I continue on the road sign how-to, let me tell you a little tip for if you're building old-fashioned roads. If you want your road to look old and have a little bit of a back road feel to it, if you know what I'm saying, but you still want a center line, you can just omit the shoulders from either side of the road. I like doing this on some of my roads that are meant to look even older. So right here you see that I have this S-bend here, and I'm going to want to warn drivers about this potential hazard in the road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a sign here. So I'm going to put a signpost here. I'm going to take my oak sign, and then I'm going to make a sign that represents an S-bend. So I'm just going to skip this first line for now. You can navigate among the lines using the up and down arrow keys. So to make an S-bend sign, what you do is you go down to the second line and you hit /. And that's it for the second line. Then you're going to go to the third line, add another /, and then you're going to press space 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Then on the fourth line, you're going to press Shift and the key that gives you the backward slash. You press Shift and that button at the same time. It'll give you this vertical line. And then you can press the space bar 4 or 5 times. Doesn't really matter. 4 times gives you this appearance. 5 times gives you that appearance. It's really up to you depending on how satisfying you want it to look. I'm just going to do 4. Now back to the first line. You're going to hit space twice. You're going to do these 3 characters in this order. /, vertical bar, backward slash. And that gives you your arrowhead, and this gives you your S-bend sign. And you can use similar patterns for left turn arrows, right turn arrows, those kind of hazard signs. And keep in mind that this is just a suggestion. You can experiment however you want. I'm going to clone this sign, and I'm just going to fly over, and I sense the presence of something. So the S-bend sign that I just made, I can just simply clone it to this side of the S-bend as well because it forms the same shape either way. So I don't think I'm going to keep the sign there. Now I'll show you a couple other sign designs that I like to do. I'll just use this road to play around with. So I'm just going to put a signpost here, here, and here. You do not have to follow me in the signpost placement. I'm just doing this for example. So one suggestion for a possible sign that you might want to use on your road is to indicate highway routes. So for example, Highway 42, because why not 42? And if you want, you can leave the road identification at that, but if you're like me and you're from Rabbit Erica, now I don't know if you guys have these, if you're from some other part of the world and you have these highway signs. But what we have here in Rabbit Erica is we have these other little signs that just tell the direction in which your side of the road is going. So for this example, we are facing south, so I would type in south right there. So you have south, which indicates southbound. So southbound Highway 42. Now if this road were heading north, you would do North Highway 42, like so. However, as a Rabbit Erican, I would most likely label the direction of the sign as something like this, West Highway 42. Because in Rabbit Erica, even-numbered highways get east-west directional indicators, and odd-number highways usually get north-south direction indicators. Now this is just an example. Now here's a highway sign that I would most likely do in Rabbit World. I would do West B42. This is what I do. But guys, just remember that what I'm showing you here are just suggestions for sign designs. You don't have to follow this exactly. Bessie, would you be quiet? You can design your road signs however you want. Now let me show you a couple other sign designs. One of them is a speed limit sign, so this one I'll likely keep. In fact, you know what? I didn't say Bessie says. I said take off! But I'm gonna say bye-bye to this sign and I'm gonna replace it with what is gonna be a speed limit sign. So I would do something like this. Speed limit, and then I would put the number in this area right here. So like 42, which is absolutely undeniably unsatisfying because if you're a rabbit American like me, speed limit numbers are in increments of 5, so 40 or 45, not 42. Ugh. If you're in any other place in the world, it would be like 40, 50. Plus, let's not forget that there are only two types of countries in this world. Those that use the metric system and those who have landed men on the moon. Well, that's not entirely true. I actually think there's one other country other than the States that uses the English system, but they and us are the oddballs. So for this road, I'm going to do a speed limit of 45. Now, what the quantity indicates can depend on you. My case is paces per second, which is Rabbit World's unit for measuring speed. You as humans might use miles per hour or more likely kilometers per hour. Again, this is up to you. The last sort of sign that I want to show you is just a general hazard sign. So if the cow would stop mooing, I can show you. So this is a general hazard sign. What I do is I put caution at the top line in all caps. And then I say something like, I'll say pavement ends. And I would do it in this format where all the letters are capitalized first letters. So pavement ends, I would say, that would be 1 hectometer, indicated by HM. You could also do kilometer if you wanted, or mile, or you know what? How about we say 1 miles? That does not work unless you're mentioning anybody named Miles. In this case, it's 1 hectometer. And I did my research. Hectometer is legit. It's a measurement unit that is 100 meters long. I use this unit because the kilometer is way too long for my building usage. So I needed something a little shorter, but that could still visualize greater distances, you know what I'm saying? Now, if this hazard sign were indicating something in which you would need to drive slower, you could probably put something like 30 paces a second, or miles an hour, or whatever. Just remember that what I'm showing you are all just suggestions. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to build a lamppost. So what you're going to need for that, I usually use cobblestone walls to make this. You could also use iron bars or even the fences for that matter. That's really up to you. And then I'm going to grab cobblestone slabs. So the next thing is glowstone. And guys, I cannot emphasize enough the fact that all of this construction is up to you. These are merely suggestions. I cannot emphasize that enough. So here's one lamppost that you can build. I'll show you that right here. So what you're going to do is build a pole that is about 6 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to place a cobblestone slab on top. Actually, you're going to do a double slab. Then you're going to put a cobblestone slab here. I was about to say cobble slab. Well, that might work. I'm not sure. Then you're going to place a glowstone block next to the cobblestone slab. You place the cobblestone slab on top. You delete this double slab and you replace it with a single slab. And that is your lamppost. And if you're creating this lamppost within the median of a boulevard, you can actually do a double lamppost like this. Simple enough, it's just cloning the opposite side. But I'm actually going to delete this side because this is not a boulevard. So that's your standard street lamppost that you can use. If I fly over here, The lamppost that I'll show you now is a lamppost that you might see on more busy roads, larger roads, even freeways. It's basically a larger lamppost. So you're going to do the same 6-block high pole. You're going to take your cobblestone slab. You're going to place that there. Then you'll do a double slab here. 2 upper slabs this way. Glowstone. You don't actually need that one. Place a slab here. Delete this double slab. Boom. And you have your larger lamppost. Or you could do something like this. You know what? Actually, that is more satisfying. So I'm going to repeat the lamppost construction over here on this part of the frontage road, which I built in the last Black Lake episode. So 6-block high pole, cobblestone slab, actually make it a double slab, upper slab like this, set of slabs like that, glowstone there, delete the cobblestone slab, and there is your larger lamppost. As you can see by this lamppost design, you can also incorporate these street lampposts into your power lines. Something which I ought to show you, so I'll show you that in just a little bit. But first, let me show you one more design for a lamppost. I'm actually going to clone this speed limit sign. Yep, okay. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to make a small street lamppost. So I'm going to do 1 block like that. Actually going to I'm just going to grab dark oak fence. Thinking for these lampposts, you might want to do a fence right after the cobblestone wall base. So I'm just going to do 2 of these blocks on top. Place your glowstone there. And that is your street lamppost. And then signs, road signs, you can actually place them on your lampposts, like I just did there. So if I fly over to this lamppost, for example, and I were to place the speed limit sign there, that would count. I would give you the go-ahead to do such a thing. Even though that there's this gap here, though I'll be honest, after like 6 years of playing Minecraft, I've gotten used to this, so you should get used to it too. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to make traffic lights. So this intersection right here, I've been intending on adding traffic lights here, so I'm actually going to take these corners out, so, and that should work. Oh, and this road actually leads to the sewage outlet, which I built back in the beginning of Black Lake. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen that episode, I present to you building number 2. Okay, bathroom jokes aside, I'm going to show you how to build a small set of traffic lights. So once again, I'm going to pull out cobblestone walls. Actually, I think I'm going to utilize, how about the stone brick walls? You can use any of these walls you like. In fact, you can use the fences if you want, or whatever. You know, ought I say for the umpteenth time that this construction is really up to you? So for these traffic lights, I'm going to use green terracotta and red terracotta. I'm actually going to go back to decorations. I'm going to grab a torch and some black carpets. So to build a small traffic light pole, you just do this. You do 3-block height pole like so. And then this corner indicates if traffic on this side of B63 is allowed to go or stop. Since B Route 63 is a dominant road, I'm going to place a green block of terracotta right here. And I'm actually going to go do the same on the opposite side. Like so. Go to what would be the back side of the stoplights and place a torch here and a torch here. Cap it off with some black carpet. And then on this side, so that the green is facing only the traffic, what you can do is place your street signs here. Yeah, you can also do street signs. For this is just gonna be B Route 63. That's basically what this road is. And then we can do the same on these corners of the road, which helps guide traffic for this road. And I'm not sure what to name this road, but I better hurry up as the game bar indicates that I've been recording for too long. I'm not going to give it a street name right now. Actually, I might call this Sewage Road, because it leads to the sewage treatment plant. This is probably what the road's going to be named from here on out, at least this segment of the road. So this is how you build small traffic lights. So this intersection here, this is B144. This is that same sewage road. Well, kinda, sorta. I still need to connect the two. Oh yeah, and an old NPC village. So I want to add traffic lights here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over to this corner, and I'm going to create an overhead traffic light to guide traffic on this side of this road. So for this larger traffic light post, I'm going to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks high. Then I'm going to carry it over to... Basically, you want your traffic lights to appear over the center of the lane. Or if that isn't going to be possible, do the left side of the lane. So actually, that is perfect. So you got your red light. I'll just do that cap off. Then you do another post, another red light. And then I just do another wall at the end just to kind of cap off that side of the lamppost. And then you do the same on the other corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Red light, torch, black carpet cap, wall, red light, torch, black carpet cap, brick wall cap. So those are how you create larger traffic light poles. Now this here is something that you'll see on the sides of a lot of roads. It's wire poles. So what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block high pole. Next on the 6, I'll branch out like this. And then a 7th block on top. That's how you create a standard wire pole. And if the wire pole is supposed to be jumping wires over another road, for example, you would actually do the branch off on the 8th block like this. And you would do that. If you want to create a larger wire pole, you could do something like this. Where you have one branch off on the 8th block, another branch off on the right block, once more on the 10th block, and then the 11th block you have the top. And that's how you could create a larger wire pole. Or if you want, you could add on the 6th block this little addition right here, so you have a combination of the large and small pole. Or you could have a pole like this, and really I could babble on forever about the possibilities for a wire pole. Okay, so the last thing I'll show you before I wrap up this week's video is how to make arrow indicators on the road. So chances are you've seen arrows on the roads that are painted to indicate left turn lanes, right turn lanes, and such. Well, I do the same thing in Rabbit World. I use the bone block to do so. So what I do is I remove these 3 blocks of road surface like so. And I take my bone block, I'm actually going to come in for a landing, and I place 2 like so that the texture of the bone is parallel to the direction of the road. Then I take a 3rd one, I go perpendicular to the general direction of the road, and I place a bone block here. And if I get away and turn off the crosshairs so you can actually see the details, you can see that it kind of sort of looks like a left turn arrow. Now if you want, you could use white wool, just like you would use for the lanes or whatever. Now this arrow I'm going to show you indicates that in this lane right here, the right lane, you can either go straight or you can turn right onto the frontage road. And I'm guessing it's called, oh, it's Water Road. So, oh, Water Road. Well, that's what, okay. I interrupt this tutorial for a quick field trip back to these traffic lights that I built earlier to declare the name of this road to be Water Road, and actually I'm gonna rename Sewage Road to Water Road, so this whole road is called Water Road. So problem solved. So to indicate on this lane that you can go either straight or right, I do this. I remove 4 roadblocks like so. Let's see, can this count? Oh, yep. So I place a bone block so that it's facing this way, and then I place 3 bone blocks that are facing this way, and that's your straight right turn arrow. And one thing that I like to do on turn lanes is to put the arrow down in the same lane more than once, if it is possible. So what I do is I'll put a 5 block gap between this arrow and the new one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move 3 blocks like so, and then place the arrow blocks like so. And you've got your left turn lane indicator. And then I'm just going to do the same thing for the right lane. And then it's basically the same kind of design for the right turn arrow, as you can see right here. And I usually don't do straight arrows like so because it only takes up one side of the road, and to me the fact that it's asymmetrical is so unsatisfying, which means I don't want it there. Well, that does it for this week's video on Minecraft. I'm thinking in next week's video I'm going to go back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm going to try out an unmanned spacecraft, which will later send a manned mission to the moon. It's been forever since I last did a manned mission. In fact, I've only done one manned mission at all throughout my entire YouTube channel, so might be a good idea to maybe return to space, perhaps? But anyways, that concludes this week's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you all next week. India Alpha Bravo checking out.
T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We have ignition sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit. We have...